busy trying to deal with some of these leaves. I have pushed them off the rock wall where I had placed them initially. Yeah, got a lot of leaves. There's a big pile down there, and I'm going to use a lawnmower to run over them. I don't want to burn them just because there's just leaves everywhere here. So burning them would be a bit of an issue. So I've spent the morning trying to clean up this little area. I would like to plant something here right along the concrete patio and just above the rock wall, and of course along the stairway perhaps some lavender. I have some lavender cuttings that I'm growing. Hopefully they will survive and I can just put them along the walkway. I think I have 9 that have survived, and I have a lot of rosemary as well. Now the rosemary, I bought one Christmas type rosemary, and I took cuttings and I hope to plant them all along this lower wall and amongst all the rocks there. There's a lot of ivy, which I still have to pull out. I got Mark to cut down a whole bunch of these saplings and trees that had taken root and taken control of that area. So yeah, I would prefer to have some herbs there. Perhaps at the top ridge some sage. I'm hoping I can plant parsley here because I would harvest parsley and perhaps even some hot peppers. We should be able to get enough sun here to make that worthwhile, and that is, of course, the issue is getting enough sun. Now, as I said, I have been getting Mark to cut down some saplings along the rock wall, which it would make a beautiful rock, you know, if you get plants that prefer that kind of environment. But that's going to take years to develop at this point. Gardening is never, you know, one shot and it's all done. It takes years to develop it properly. So I've been doing that as well as painting my little office. Mark is doing the usual, trying to deal with a lot of electrical. He has to change every single electrical outlet switch in the house, and this was a single switch, and he's making it into a double box, so we'll have both an outlet and a switch.
Yes, and I keep finding things like wiring that's just been twisted together and not joined properly with tape wrapped around it. So
yeah,
we're fixing that stuff as we find it.
Yeah, and Mark's struggling with the electrical, but little by little. That and the plumbing. Every time we turn around, plumbing's an issue as well.
Oh yeah.
Now, and this is the main washroom. I guess it is the main washroom simply because it's the larger one, and we took out a tub. That was quite a job and a half, and it was raised because the plumbing was at the other end. So it was a tub and shower combination, and I think, and it was fiberglass, and Mark had to cut it into 4 pieces for us to take it out. It wouldn't have gone through the door. I think that was put in before some of the other walls were.
Yeah, they put in the shower, then they built the house around it.
Yeah, so it was, and it was cracked and patched, and we hated it, so it had to come out.
Yeah, it was pretty ugly.
This washroom will not be done right away. Perhaps we'll just use it for storage for the time being, but another job done. And I have finished painting my little room. Mark wanted me to get some crack fill, so we did that. You know, this floor will eventually be covered with something, but temporarily it's just painted to clean it up. Painted it pretty much the same color as the bedroom. I actually like that, so I did that, but I did not, you know, the trim is white, but the doors are still the brown, leaving that like that for now. Windows are done, blinds are in. We will be getting a new light fixture. So there's a dual combination, 2 of them in one package. We'll be getting one for Mark's room and one for mine. Now doing around this desk was interesting in the fact that I had to slide it over, not do under the feet, you know, do everything except the feet. Then the second layer, once again, just moved it over. So I did paint this floor twice. So this morning it got its second coat. The heater is working. So... Oh, Mark, what was that?
The drill is squeaking.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, the heater's working in all the little rooms, and yes, they are. Yeah, so the heater is working in the little room. So now we've got 2 out of the 3 bedrooms cleaned up. I wouldn't say that they're done, but they're cleaned up. And this will be my office, and it will be usable. So as soon as the floor is dry, probably tomorrow sometime, I will be moving my camera equipment and laptop and things like that in this room. Of course, they don't stay here. They go back to Canada with us when we leave, but I should be able to produce videos from this room, and hopefully more often. Okay. The nice thing about that, I should be able to shut the door and keep out all the noise and all the, you know, and just focus on what I'm doing, which makes a little bit of a difference. Okay. So it's going up to 60 degrees today, which I'm not unhappy about. I'm quite satisfied with the weather. No snow has been wonderful, and it's starting to warm up here. Unfortunately, when we do go back, it'll be colder than what it is here right now, but it is what it is. Okay, so these are some of the piles that we've cut down, and I want Mark to top all the crepe myrtles because they're way tall. They should be topped to make them pretty. So anyway, here's another pile for the burn barrel, and more garbage for me to pick up here. Okay, so walking along here to the garage, you know, once again, we've got little piles everywhere rather than putting them in one. And my little area here where I have put cardboard down to be able to plant things. So I'm going to just leave that cardboard down until we come back next summer or fall. We may come back for US 250th anniversary to celebrate it. I have another roll-off bin coming next week because the garbage is piling up. And here are the shower bits and the sink bits and the sink there. Now this is only a portion of it. We still have this garage that, of course, I've been putting garbage in here as we make it. Plus there was a lot of garbage from the previous owner still in here, and I would like to get rid of all of this. I don't think that we're going to do it all in this bin, so that'll be bin number 2, and we'll probably need another one next year. So yeah, I mean, we still have a whole bunch of her old books here that have been rotting, all kinds of her old garbage. What a shame. What a shame. And of course the old toilets that didn't work. A lot of this at the front that's bagged is garbage from us from demolition. But yeah, that's my big job next week. So getting there. And eventually, when we've done some of the major work with the house inside, which there's always so much to do in there. This is another toilet and a microwave we pulled down. This is just what I couldn't fit into that other room. Just got to be too much, so I left it here. And of course it's too heavy. So as I was saying, when the major work is done in the house, we will be looking at taking down that structure and that structure. And Mark said if he finds that he has time, he may start taking the fence down. Now, I do have a T-post puller in Canada, which I will probably bring with me on the next trip. It'll certainly be more useful here than what it is there. So that's been my week. Now, I have seen the deer again over there. They don't come to visit us as often as they used to. Perhaps they do, but I just don't see them. And we still have a ton of acorn on the ground. So who knows where they're heading. My neighbor that I did meet said that they are near his home. You know, he owns a greater portion of the acreage around here, which I'm glad of. He's a great neighbor to have, and I don't think he intends to sell off the acreage, and this is what I'm hoping for. Let's keep it clean, keep it just for us. I really didn't want a whole bunch of neighbors next to me, so hopefully he will continue just to look after his own property, keep it and maintain it, and I think that was the intent. He did tell me that he also wanted to buy this property, but it didn't work out for him. So I think he did want to keep as much in one section. And I think he's looking to buy the 10 acres on the other side, which is fine by me. He's a good neighbor. Although the 10 acres on that side is owned by the same person who hasn't been around for the last 15, 20 years, has done nothing, which is fine as well. It's funny that after I cleaned up this little walkway where the tree fell and was blocking this walkway, how much smaller the land feels. It used to feel so big, but maybe that's just because I was accustomed to very little land to begin with. And this is still adequate, let me tell you. It's still nice to have.